Good morning. It's another grocery haul. It's a different grocery haul today. There was a discount code last week that expired on Sunday, and I usually place my order by Sunday, Monday. It's actually quite warm for the week. I'm usually a week ahead with my groceries. You would know that by now. Spend $200, you get $15 off. It was part of the Father's Day promotion for online shopping. I didn't use it. I gave myself a promise to say no. This week, I want to get my groceries under budget. Our total budget for groceries is $150. That's a family of 4 with a cat and a dog. And my cat is a bit fussy with food, and my dog loves food. She eats and eats and eats. And I have a son at the moment who is eating and eating and eating, and my husband just eats. So I'm very strategic with what I purchase. But this week, a budget of $150. Is this going to focus for me? There we go, $119.61. Under budget. I'm under budget. Really happy with that. I'm going to swing you around and show you my groceries, and we're going to chat today while we do groceries and here and after I've shown you my groceries on what I'd like to know. I'd like to know what you classify as your grocery budget. Now, I'm working on something for February. It's not some secret project that a lot of people... I'm working on a project I can't tell you. No, it's not. I'm working on a 28-day challenge for February all around finances, and it's huge. It is going to be big. I've been working on it for about 2 months, and every day I'm pulling more stuff together and writing things up. It's going to be a huge... We're deep diving. We're looking at our budget and everything, and one of those components is your groceries. What do you classify as your grocery budget? So let's turn around and I'll show you mine, and we'll chat about a couple of things. So you'll notice this morning I only have 3 milks. I'm going to make these 3 milks work this week. I don't think it'll be hard because my kids have really pared back on having their Milos, and going into summer we tend to just have like more cooler drinks, which actually may mean more milkshakes at home. We do love cow's milk. We do drink a lot of it. In winter I probably have more tea, so more milk, and my kids definitely have a warm milk Milo evenings, mornings, afternoons, whatever it is, but we're down to 3, so that saved me quite a bit of money. I think $3.60 or $3.80 or maybe even more, I don't know, for the milk, so I'm happy with that there. I've treated the kids to some custard this week. I like to buy it in the bulk there, and then I just portion it out into those little cinchy pouches. So last week I pre-packaged all the kids' yogurts up. They've each got, well, there's 3 left. My son's got 2 and my daughter's got 1. I'm actually going to portion the custard up. I can control how much goes into here. My kids won't see it. So my son tends to get a little bit more. My daughter gets a little bit less. There is a line on these somewhere where it says when you're filling it up, only fill up to here. So I feel my son's up to there, and I feel my daughter's just below with it. So I'm actually going to portion that out this week so it's prepped, ready to go. When they're ready for the treat, my son can actually open the fridge up now and he can pull one of these out, but these have to get consumed first. And then I've actually purchased more Greek yogurt. I was using it for cooking purposes, but coming into the warmer months, in winter I tend to have more porridge if I have time for breakfast, and sometimes I don't. And in summer I tend to do my Greek yogurt with granola. I have a massive container of granola in my pantry and frozen raspberries. I bought, I think, 6 packets of these strawberries last week, and I cut up and I froze, I think, 3 packets of them. So I might actually do the Greek yogurt with my granola and frozen strawberries. It's quite a nice combo. The raspberries are really nice though, because it makes like a drippy sauce with them. But I've grabbed that and I still will use that for cooking. Jamie Oliver actually got me onto Greek yogurt as a replacement for sour cream. You do not notice a difference, and this is a lot more healthier, and this is the brand that I find is nice flavoring, not too tart. And a lot of you will know that with my Greek yogurt, if my kids ask for yogurt this week, technically I don't have their yogurt, I've only got the custard. But what I do with the yogurt here is I'll spoon it out into a bowl for them, or into their cinchy pouches, whatever they like. But I add like a teaspoon of jam, a teaspoon of jam, and it just flavors it. So I've got like strawberry jam, raspberry jam, and marmalade. So I'll put like a spoonful in one of them, whatever they want, and stir it around. That gives them like a nice flavored yogurt. Or you could add in like a spoonful of peanut butter and mix it around. That makes it a bit more of a nice, creamier dessert kind of a flavored yogurt. It's really great. So having Greek yogurt in the fridge is a very versatile thing to have. You can use it as yogurt, you can flavor the yogurt, you can cut up fresh fruit and stir it through if you wanted to. My kids do prefer the jam flavor because it's got a little more of a sweeter taste to it. It's a great replacement for sour cream. It's just a very, very handy thing to have. The other week I bought my husband turkey breast just to try on his lunches, and he really enjoyed it. So I grabbed him more turkey breast. It's kind of the same price as the roast beef and the ham I was purchasing, so I'm pausing it for a bit and we're going to go turkey breast with some cranberry sauce. This is the cranberry sauce I use, just this one here, nothing fancy. You can probably buy better brands and better things, but the cranberry sauce. So that on a sandwich, turkey, cranberry sauce, and then salad. So just some lettuce or spinach leaves. We've still got iceberg lettuce from 2 weeks ago. It's still fresh in my container, and it's in the Kmart container. Let me show you. We're getting down to the nitty gritty because we're 2 weeks using it, but still super fresh. These are those Kmart containers. This is the really big one. My local Kmart had these in store. I should have bought some more because this size here is actually really good, and one of my YouTube family subscribers actually mentioned getting a chalk pen and writing on it. I don't know how that would work with condensation. It might wipe off, but I'm thinking of giving something a go so I can actually see what's in it. But these containers for $9, I think, it's even got a little valve on the bottom where if it gets too much condensation you can just empty it. These are great. They come with a divider too, so you could do like half strawberries, half blueberries to keep them separated. My cats come to say hello. So if you're looking for something different, give it a go. And don't forget, you can freeze deli meats. If you find you buy it in bulk, like I think this is 200 grams. If you bought like 300 grams, 500 grams, a kilo, maybe portion it out and put it into a little bag. So when you defrost it, it's enough for a couple of sandwiches. But freeze it, it's great. This week we're going to have, I'm a bit all over the shop today. We're gonna have pizzas this week. This is my favorite pizza base to use. It's a Lebanese bread. It's the perfect thickness. It's fluffy. It crisps up so nice. It freezes really well. The price of it, let me find out how much that one was. Oh, $2. You get $2 for a pack of 5. And there is another brand that I really like. I think it's the Mycos or something. This is a Biblos one. I really like them. And you will not see any pizza stuff in here because it's in my freezer. I've got frozen ham here, so that's gonna come out probably Sunday night, and we'll probably do pizzas on Monday. I've got plenty. I've got frozen chili down there. I've got tinned pineapple. I've got onions. I don't have mushrooms. That's okay. I've got leftover capsicum maybe, but we can pull together some really nice pizzas. I can do spinach. I've got spinach from last week. I've got shredded chicken with some barbecue sauce. I've got feta in my fridge. I'm pulling together a pizza for dinner one night this week, and most of my ingredients is either in the pantry or in my freezer. So whatever pizza bases don't get eaten, I don't think we'll go through 5. We might, who knows. I'll freeze them, they freeze really well. And I will be making a homemade sourdough loaf, and I'll turn that into garlic bread, and we'll do like a full-on pizza party in the backyard, early dinner one night. Be really nice. Strawberries were still $1 a punnet, but you would have noticed last week I bought 6 of these and froze 3 punnets. I still have 1 in the fridge that are really fresh. So I got 2 more, so I'm gonna prep those today to go into the fridge. I don't have a lot of fruit and veg this week. 1, because we were really focusing on eating the strawberries last week. And I do still have a pretty good, can you see my fruit bowl over there? I still have a really good supply of fruit. My children did not love the mandarins. They actually had a lot of seeds in them, and they're just like, nope. So I think I'm gonna stick to oranges. They're the same price point, but I've grabbed red apples. Really liking red apples this week. No green apples. I've gone for pears instead. This really helped bring some price points down because green apples are $4.90 a kilo where I am, and these were $1.90 where I am. So some of them are quite hard. One's on the probably ready to eat by tomorrow. I grabbed some bananas, dang expensive, but my kids are really enjoying them and I'd really like them to eat bananas. Cucumber and a zucchini, and I think the avocados were $1 or $1.20, so I grabbed one of those. I think I've got 3 avocados in the freezer. I'm planning tacos this week. So with the tacos, I won't use the fresh avocado. I'll take one out the freezer, turn it into like a guacamole, use the Greek yogurt for sour cream on top. I've got frozen mints from the other month when I went to Costco's. I've got taco shells that are in the pantry from the other week when I bought them, and I use a seasoning separate from the taco shells. I do have a tomato still, don't need a tomato, and I've got a red onion which I can cut up and sort of toss through the guacamole. There's another dinner meal. And I grabbed these chips. If my kids don't want the tacos, we can do like a bit of a nachos serving for them. And they do have this as a snack. I'm trying really hard not to buy the little packaged foods. There is actually an Arnott's factory, probably a little bit from us. It's in with driving distance, and they used to do tours and they used to sell their seconds there, and they don't anymore. But I'm trying to get in contact with them directly and just be like, hey. Alright, sorry guys, I had to take a phone call and I can't remember what I was up to. I think I was talking about the dinner with the nacho chips. I cannot remember. Anyway, moving on. I got my eggs. I've gotten Vita Brits, which are on sale. The Cruskits were on sale. My daughter is still loving having these. She's going through a stage of napping, not having her nap. And when she doesn't have her nap, she's a bit more emotional. And trying to get her to eat a bread sandwich compared to a Crusket sandwich, these are winning. So I'm picking my battles. And my husband's cornflakes. I also picked up my favorite flavored cordial. This is the Bigfoot's peached iced tea. It is really nice. So I have this with soda stream or just really chilled water. Sometimes I'll put in like this with some coconut water, not coconut milk, coconut water, and top up with water. It's a really refreshing spring summer's drink. I really enjoy it. And then the last couple of things, and this is where we're going to start our conversation around grocery budgets and what's part of your grocery budget. Husband's deodorant was half price, and I got some dry shampoo. Now a while ago I went away from like the spray dry shampoo, and I was using like tapioca flour or corn flour through my hair for like dry shampoo, and I actually went a bit darker with my hair and it looked like my hair was going grey. So I thought I would try this here. It was on sale, never used the brand before. I used to use the Batiste one, but I found I was going through like a lot of it. My hair is definitely a lot more oilier now after having kids, and every second day I have to wash it. But I'm interested to know, so a couple of things. What do you classify in your grocery budget? For me, these are the things that I include, and then I have a separate budget as well. So I include all of our food things. Our dairy, our meat, our fruit, our veg, our pantry staples, cat food, dog food, biscuits, lollies, all of our meat. That's all part of my groceries. In that as well, I do allow for soap, dishwashing tablets, shampoos, conditioners, deodorants, sunscreens. I'm trying to think what else I allow for. I don't do makeup. I buy my makeup separately. Tissues, nappies, toilet paper. For me, that all constitutes a grocery bill, a grocery budget. I know a lot of people only have groceries as literally fruit and veg and their meat, and then their other things like their toiletries, they do as a separate budget. I do have a separate budget for my makeup and other toiletry items that I get from Price Attack or Priceline. There is a sunscreen for my son who has more sensitive skin, the Mugu brand we sometimes get. I have a separate little component for that we do allow for. Sometimes some of those things are under medical expenses. In regards to medical expenses, yes, I allow Band-Aids to become part of my grocery bill, but you can see there can be like a really blurred line between it. And I know, because I never used to do it, I know a lot of people don't allow for those things in a budget. So a couple of questions. With your grocery budget, where do your Band-Aids sit? Do they sit part of your groceries? Or do you have a first aid budget? Do you have a medical budget? Do you not have a budget at all, and that's maybe why you go over your budget? When it comes to your shampoos, do you purchase them from Coles or Woolies, or do you purchase them at a different store? If you purchase them from a different store, where is that budget sitting? Is it part of the groceries and you just allow that? So for me, as an example, I used to buy my meat from a farm out west. I'm just testing out different meats at the moment, so I haven't used them for a while. But when I was purchasing that from the farm directly, I would buy in bulk. And when I broke it down, I'd done my calculations, it worked out to $10 a week I was allowing for red meat. So my grocery hauls were $140 and $10 for meat, my total of $150. At the beginning of the video, you would have heard me say, I have a budget of $150. I used to allow $10 for my red meat, and the rest would be my general grocery bill. So I'm actually going to be doing a 28-day challenge in February. It's a financial challenge. There is no need to say I'm working on a project. What are we talking about between now and February anyway? And we're going to be really breaking down your budget. Now, I've got a bunch of stuff around it, but this video here is kind of talking about what is in your grocery budget, not the price of it. What do you classify as your grocery budget? Alcohol. If you have alcohol, do you classify that as your grocery budget? Is that a luxury? If you have a luxury budget, how many things sit under that luxury budget? Makeup. Do you have a makeup budget, or do you just purchase it and not realize, or have it as an extras, and then you go over and you can't actually see the spendings on it? I'm also working on a different template. So I have a free budget template, and there is a free app that goes with it. It's through Google. I'd love to build like a full one of my own one day. Really expensive, like really expensive to build an app, but it's something I would really, really like to do one day and keep it free. That is my absolute goal, is to keep it free. But I'm working on another massive template where we're pulling apart our budgets. So when it comes to February, we've gotten through Christmas if you're in Australia, and we've gotten through back to school, and we're starting back at work and the school has started. Get ready for February, because we're going to pull it apart and set you up for the next year to get through with a budget that actually works to what your income is. There you go. That's what I'm doing. So anyway, today is more me wanting to find out, what do you have as your grocery budget, and maybe just your grocery budget, what forms part of your grocery budget, and maybe challenge you to think, where am I getting the extra money from to either buy the groceries to include those items that are either part of your grocery bill or not part of your grocery bill. If they're not part of your grocery bill, that is fine. If it's not part of your grocery bill, that's fine. But where are you getting the money from to purchase it? That is my grocery haul for today. That is my little 10-minute rant or topic of conversation. Hope you enjoyed it. Keep safe, and we'll talk soon. Bye.